how easy it is. So tell me, Justin,
Yeah.
why is this better than, say, you know, taking something, give me a sheet of paper here.
Yeah, take any of them.
Because I'm guilty of it. This is what I do. Oh, I don't want that credit card offer. I do like 3 tears. I toss it in my garbage and I think, okay.
Yeah, well, you know, I've done the same thing. And look at this. This is a check, all right? Well, it's a fake check, so you can't steal the numbers on here because they're not real. But if this was real, you have account numbers on here. Your account number is on the bottom of this. If you do this and you rip it in half, it's not that hard for me to take it and tape it back together and get all of your information. And it's called identity theft. And it's something that affects, if not you, if it hasn't affected you yet, you probably know somebody who that has affected. And here's the thing, and this is something that I learned in learning about this product, is that when we throw things away, when I rip that check in half and I throw it in the garbage, and I take that garbage and I put it out on the curb, well, in most states, that becomes public domain. Anybody can go up and just take that and trash pick, which means they're able to get my account information, my personal information, my phone number, social security, whatever it may be that I threw away that looked like this, they're going to be able to access. If you shred it, they're not going to be able to get that information nearly as easily at all.
Right, because if they really want to, and they do, they'll tape up that information. They'll put together the pieces for you. So 3 rips of a document is certainly not enough. Imagine somebody trying to put and piece these together, because it doesn't just shred one way. That's the cross-cutting. It shreds all different ways, right?
Correct. It's a cross-cut. So what we're seeing here is this isn't what would be a straight cut normally, and and we'll actually show you what a picture of that looks like. These are creating small, tiny little fragments of that paper so that you can't put it back together, so that it's much harder for you to put it back together, and people don't want to spend the time to try and steal your identity doing that. I mean, if I'm gonna go and try and steal your identity, I want it to be easy. Well, here's what's easy. What's easy is a straight cut shredder that shreds like this, and maybe you have that familiar. Maybe you know what this looks like, where it's the straight edges if you have a shredder already. This is a lot easier to piece together than what a crosscut shredder is. And what we're selling here today, this is a crosscut shredder brought to you by Royal. And Royal has been in the industry for over 100 years. They're one of the top guns here in the shredding industry. And it's because of its small size, yet its powerful engine that can crosscut and shred into tiny little pieces like
Sorry, I'm doing this in the middle of your presentation.
Oh,
I've never
all right.
used it before, and I thought, well, let me see how easy this thing is to use. So I just grabbed a piece of paper, and it is. You just put it in.
It's so simple.
So you mentioned power. How powerful, though? Because I think some people think, oh, a shredder, I got to sit there and I got to feed one sheet after another, and you think of it as being tedious.
Yeah, no, you can take up to 8 sheets at a time, and including staples, too. So if you have a staple in here, you can take that, and it's going to shred it as well. So up to 8 sheets. That's the power that it's going to do. So it's great for that person who's in the home, in the office, who's doing some small stuff. And look at the size of it, too. It's not really that big, but it still has that power. It's still going to be able to shred. And what I really like about this is the pull-out feature. So I'll tell you a quick story. My mom used to, when I was in middle school, I'd go over to her law office, and they would give me a pile of law documents that they would have to shred.
You know how many documents are in a law office, right? Yeah.
I would sit there for hours just going through and shredding all of this. And the top of it is what I would have to take off, and it would make a mess. And my mom's office was always a mess. What's nice about this shredder is you can pull it out right here. It's not getting those clippings stuck on the bottom. You see how simply, I mean, this is filled up pretty much to the top right now, but it's not spilling anything out. I can take it out, I can dump it out, and then when it's ready to go, I put it right back in again. It's a great feature.
Yeah, and you were talking about the size. It's about 16 inches high. It's about a little over 7 inches wide. And then front to back, if you have this up against the wall, you're looking at about 6.5 inches deep. So really nice kind of compact size, but then again, getting that full power. What about credit cards?
Yeah, credit cards are not a problem with this. So you see right here, we have a credit card that will just go, and just like that, it's going to be able to shred it, no problem.
That's so much easier, because this is normally what I do. I sit here, and I take a scissors, and I'm cutting, and I'm like, oh, now my fingers are starting to cramp.
And in that time, you just cut that into tiny little pieces there, which still,
and honestly,
not even I can
tiny.
probably put these pieces back together. I think I counted 4 that I just shredded in that amount of time that you cut that one card. And here's the thing, this is not that secure. But what is more secure is this. Those are those little pieces that are, these are actually from the credit cards. They're little sharp pieces from the credit
cards. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they look like, you're right. Look how finely they shredded that.
You see the difference there? That's why shredding is so important, is because of that.
Fast, effective, and really, this is all about peace of mind. Think of where you sit and do your bills. this is where you put it, and that's it. So it's always there, it's always ready. You shred everything. It just becomes part of doing that monthly chore of writing out the checks or going through the mail. But to know that you've done everything you could to protect yourself. So you never have to go if ever that moment comes where somebody does steal your identity and you have to go through such a hassle to clean up your credit from it and to prove who you are to the federal government. You at least have known that you've tried everything. And talking about the federal government, tax season is coming up, by the way.
Yeah.
We're supposed to keep all of our financial files for up to 7 years. After 7 years, you need to get rid of them, and there's no better way, because that is the most exposing of all information, is everything we need for our taxes.
Right.
So.
If you take those tax documents and if you do this, and even if you do it again, if you go like this, it still is not going to protect you as much as this is. This is going to keep you a lot more protected. You want to shred it. You want to throw it in the shredder. And what you want to do is you want to turn those documents that have your information, your personal information, if it's social security numbers, if it's your phone number, your address, the information and the names of your children, is all going to turn to kind of like dust. This right here. That's what the shredder is going to do. And 8 pages at a time is what it's going to shred. It's going to be able to shred through staples as well. So if you have stapled documents, you don't have to spend the time unstapling them. Just put them right through. It's going to be able to handle it.
That is awesome. And the pull-out feature of the bin, I mean, again, it just makes something, a tedious chore, easier,
right?
You know, quicker, because and less messy, quite frankly.
Yeah,
I loved your story about your mom's law office.
Yeah, everywhere.
I could totally see that.
Everywhere.
And again, up to 8 sheets at one time. So I'm just going to feed this in. You can hear the power. It doesn't start going slow, like it can't handle, you know, 8 sheets at once. So
it goes right through it.
You'll get the job done quickly. So you're saving yourself $4 by shopping with us this morning, because it's at a feature price of less than $50. But feature prices, if you're new to QVC, I have to tell you, do not last forever. And once they go, that price easily could go right back up. So get it home. It's E226992, the Royal Crosscut paper shredder with the pull-out basket. Justin, thank you so much. You have a great day. Here's a quick look as we take a break of all the things coming up on QVC over the next few hours. You know, if I had, well, I do have a pick of the show. Is this necessarily my pick? I told everybody how much I loved it, so I'm going to call it that anyway. This is called the Aviator. Look at this gorgeous piece of furniture. This is going to play your music in beautiful style. But what is great about this, it doesn't matter. It's saving you $4 by shopping with us this morning. And look how easy it is. So tell me, Justin, why is this better than, say, you know, taking something, give me a sheet of paper here.
Yeah, take any of them.
Because I'm guilty of it. This is what I do. Oh, I don't want that credit card offer. I do like 3 tears. I toss it in my garbage and I think, okay.
Yeah, well, you know, I've done the same thing. And look at this. This is a check, all right? Well, it's a fake check, so you can't steal the numbers on here because they're not real. But if this was real, you have account numbers on here. Your account number is on the bottom of this. If you do this, and you rip it in half, it's not that hard for me to take it and tape it back together and get all of your information. And it's called identity theft. And it's something that affects, if not you, if it hasn't affected you yet, you probably know somebody who that has affected. And here's the thing, and this is something that I learned in learning about this product, is that when we throw things away, when I wrap that